Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with another Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a team with Arbok and also Charizard Y. Now if you guys actually want to see my full sets, you can down below in the description in a Pokepaste. Also, if you missed any of my previous Wi-Fi battles, feel free to check out the playlist. For those that do suggest me to use certain Pokemon, check the playlist first. I might have already used them. But let's talk about Arbok real quick. So, okay, thank you Pikachu. Let's talk about Arbok real quick. That was not on purpose. So the way I designed my Arbok was Glare, Poison Jab, Mega Drain, and Dragon Tail. So the idea behind it is paralyze my opponent and also maybe lure something like Rhydon or Golem for Charizard Y or Zapdos. Mainly Zapdos because I don't think that Zard Y is very good in this metagame. No Drought, so it doesn't have like strong boosted attacks like it's Fire Blast. It can't abuse Solar Beam because Solar Beam is 2-turn. There's no Sunny Day in this game, which Drought would make Charizard activate it in other games, right, previously, right, because that's its own ability. That's what Zardwy's ability is. And there's no abilities in this game, so it doesn't really have anything to abuse, right? It doesn't have anything to abuse. It's good special attack. There's no hazard control, so it still has Roost, but it's just not as good, right? I'd rather use Zardex, who can run both physical and special, have Stab, Dragon Pulse, can run Outrage, can run Flare Blitz, but I want to try it out with Arbok. And I thought that Arbok would be a pretty good lure. Like when I thought of Arbok, I was like, okay, if I make it Mega Drain, it can lure Rhydon. If I give it Dragon Tail and Glare, it can chip away at Pokemon, which is really good for Pokemon like Zapdos. Because Zapdos is a giant threat, right? It just needs a little bit of damage. But let us pause it until we find a battle. Sorry to give you guys sort of a long intro. I think it's just better this way to talk about why I have the Pokemon. And yeah, we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have a game, and it's not really the one I really wanted the most, but I do think that Arbok can provide the same thing as Starmie, and basically by that I mean just Thunder Wave everything for Charizard to put in the most work. As far as rockers go, my opponent only has the Aerodactyl, so we'll lead Starmie because it gives me such a great matchup versus that. If they don't opt to Mega Evolve Aero, it's either going to be Gengar, Venusaur, or obviously Gyarados, right? But Charizard's pretty nice in this, especially if Aerodactyl is paralyzed, because that means that Zard can obviously just click Flamethrower multiple times and not care too much. Besides the Aerodactyl, Gyarados is the only thing that really threatens it, and Raichu, but it's faster than Gyarados, and Raichu, I could check that with Alolan Dugtrio, as well as Alolan Sandslash. Speaking of Alolan Sandslash, it has a really good matchup here, now that I think about it, but yeah, Starmie is just a great lead, and I'm just trying to form my game plan and think about it. But Starmie is such a great lead. Arbok, not going to be doing too much in this game. Maybe paralyze a few Pokemon. Maybe paralyze Gyarados. Maybe paralyze Aerodactyl. That's about it, though. I think Starmie is going to be doing the most out of it, right? I feel like Starmie is going to be doing the most out of it. So we should be fine. If I'm them, I lead off with Arrow. Another Pokemon that could be led off with, I guess, is Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian is a really good lead. Like a really good lead versus me. Because it deals with Starmie. It's also faster than me because I'm bold, not timid. Okay, I have no idea what that name is. That is Alolan Persian. Okay. I was like, Snooky what? Who? Anyway, we're going to switch out. We don't really take a fake out or anything like that. I think that Arbok is a fine play. No matter what my opponent does, Arbok takes Fake Out. It should be able to take a Dark Pulse after, and I should be able to Glare if possible. Ideally, the oh, and I dodge a Toxic too, so I should be able to Glare. Ideally, I'll be glaring the Aerodactyl. I don't know if you taunt an Arbok because it doesn't really go for setup or anything, but I'm gonna try and Glare right here. Let's see, they go for U-turn. Maybe out to Aerodactyl. So if I do end up getting this Glare off an Aerodactyl or anything that's not Raichu, because I can't Glare Raichu because it's an electric type. Electric types cannot be paralyzed. But if I ended up getting off on Aerodactyl, fantastic for me. Fantastic. Gyarados would also be really nice if I got that off. And there's no risk of this missing. Ooh, Gengar. Too bad. Too bad my Glare does not care. So we get the paralysis on Gengar. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The way they switched out into this, I was like, okay, what are you doing? You have Psychic? Like, why'd you go out directly into this Pokemon? I don't switch into Gengar because I don't have an Alolan Muck. I wanted to use Dugtrio plus Alolan Sandslash as a pseudo check. So I'm just going to Dragon Tail here. Obviously, he'll be faster than me because of Dragon Tail. I don't really mind the Will-O-Wisp either. Every bit of chip on Gengar is going to matter, even though obviously my Dragon Tail will be weakened now. But every bit of chip will matter for this plus for Zard with rocks. So Aerodactyl might get... Okay. We bring out the cat, which isn't too bad. It can't knock me out. He can always U-turn on to Gengar, that's about it. I mean, I'm still going to try and go for Glare. If he opts to taunt me, that's fine. If he just U-turns right back on the Gengar, smart on his part. But like I said, all that damage on Gengar is going to matter for Charizard. Because I do have Flamethrower, not Fire, but smart play. So, this Pokemon doesn't actually go down to Flamethrower yet. If it was in the sun, it'd go down. I know that Poison Jab isn't going to do anything because he does resist, but I'm just going to go for Dragon Tail again. If Shadow Ball doesn't end up knocking me out, they get paralyzed, so nice. This is, again, this second Dragon Tail is really important because now it guaranteed goes down to Flamethrower for my Charizard, so that's fantastic. Give me something like Venusaur, fine. I'll take it. I'll take Venusaur. I will keep clicking Glare. I will keep clicking Glare. Look at Arbok. So menacing. I actually don't think Glare is the right play right now. You wouldn't Sleep Powder because I'm burnt. I'm going to go out to Charizard here. I think you double right back out into Gengar again just because it's a really safe play. And I don't think you want me... paralyzing your Venusaur for no reason. So I can get in my Charizard here and just click Flamethrower, which is what I'm trying to get out of it, right? So I did what I needed to do. I got that Pokemon paralyzed. I can get in my Zard. Let me Mega Evolve up to Zard Y. And click Flamethrower. This should be a KO. If I was Zard, actually be better for me too, but I'm not. If they go Gyarados now, I don't mind. However, by them staying in here, first off, like I said, this is a guaranteed KO. This is a guaranteed KO because of the two Dragon Tails. So Arbok did what it needed to do, and obviously Gengar was something that could outspeed me. I really wish they allowed Drought to be in this game, or like Solar Beam wasn't 2-turn move, because they buffed its power, but for what? It didn't do anything. Look at my wings. I didn't realize how scary my wings look. They look all tattered and everything up. I'm assuming Aerodactyl will come out here. They go Raichu. Raichu isn't bad for me. Or not as bad because I do have my Dugtrio as an initial switching, and this also gives me rocks. So Raichu is obviously a threat, but again, getting rid of Gengar is nice. I do resist every attack coming out from Raichu right now. I can take Thunder Wave. I can take Thunder Wave. Not bad. That's the second time this time we have actually been able to avoid status, and I can get on my rocks, which would be really nice for Gyarados, though I'm assuming that's going to come in now. Either Gyarados or Venusaur. And really nice for Aerodactyl as well. We're just really limiting the switch-ins, but opts to go Aerodactyl. I think that's a fine play too. Not only does my opponent get up rocks now, but they also threaten me with Earthquake. So that's a really fine play. But again, I really love rocks, especially for Sandslash. So Arbok already did its job. Arbok can still paralyze things too if he needs to. Starmie's fine because Starmie can take both an Earthquake into a Rock Slide. And if he opts to Earthquake here over getting up rocks, then Zapdos at full can also take a hit from Aerodactyl. Opts to go for rocks, nice. We're going to once again try and paralyze my opponent. Because like I said, this is something that is threatening. I'm assuming they're going to go Venusaur. So this is something that's threatening my... I don't mind them going for that either. So Fly is a really interesting move because what Fly allows my opponent to do is, if I was a regular Starmie, Fly into Rock Slide could actually knock me out. But by them going for Fly here, they're guaranteed to stay in next turn. Or in this turn is guaranteed to stay in, right? And I get off the Thunder Wave, and that's so good. That is so good for my Charizard. So, and for my Zapdos. Fantastic for me. So we can just afford to go for the recover. So like I said, Fly is a really interesting play because it actually allows you to beat Starmie 1v1. Because if I wasn't Bold Starmie, Fly into Rock Slide does knock me out. Like I was running some calcs, I was trying to figure out why are people using Fly on this Pokemon? What does it accomplish? But after I just click recover, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna click Scald after, and I'm gonna recover until he gets paralyzed. Basically, yeah, right here, what you see. So I'll go for Scald. I said Flamethrower. Whoa, woo! I'm gonna click Scald right now. Doesn't matter if he switched at that point because Aerodactyl is paralyzed. It is now gonna fall prey to my Charizard as he goes for taunt. Just a turn too late, my friend. Just a turn too late. Everything's gonna fall prey to Charizard now. But yeah, y'all see how devastating the yellow color is, and that's really why I wanted Arbok here. And another great thing is if he does go Venusaur, I can just get in Arbok one more time, take the Mega Drain, take the Sleep Powder because I'm burnt, so he can't put me to sleep, take the Sludge Bomb, and then get a last-ditch effort Glare off. And if he Mega Evolves that means he doesn't Mega Evolve Gyarados, so it's good for me in more ways than one. Alright, that's Persian. Forgot this Pokemon was around. I don't really have a Dark Resist. I also don't really need this Pokemon much because Raichu outspeeds me because I'm a defensive nature, like I said. I'll just click Scald. Dark Pulse shouldn't be able to knock me out. I don't really care too much about Toxic. Scald may just 2-hit KO him. So like I said, this doesn't really matter too much. Had he went Gyarados, I think I would have Thunderbolted that thing too. Just for the damage for Zapdos, because if it Mega Evolved, it wouldn't go down to Thunderbolt. But yeah, that's beautiful. So you go down, my friend. And I get a nice little burn on you. Lovely, lovely. Can't knock me out here with Dark Pulse either. I want to save Arbok because, like I said, it can paralyze something. It can paralyze either Gyarados or it can paralyze. That's not going to do much either. I do want to use this Pokemon because it's a really nice support Pokemon. And I will use it either Nasty Plot variant or this, or like a more support like this. But hey, Starmie doing a little bit of work here. I'll take it. I will take it. Shook off its taunt. I just realized what it says. Okay, so I'm assuming Raichu might come out. Now the thing, if he goes Venusaur, I keep Starmie around for that. He goes Gyarados. Gyarados only takes his hit if it Mega Evolves. So if he Mega Evolves Gyarados, it takes the Flamethrower, and then I mean, it takes the Thunderbolt, excuse me, but then it can't take a hit from Charizard. So yeah, he has to Mega Evolve here, and that means that one, that means that Venusaur will not be Mega Evolving. Two, that means I get off about 30% right now with this Thunderbolt. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. And also, because Gyarados is now grounded since it lost its flying type, Earthquake is also just a KO on everything. So, such a great turn for me. I couldn't ask for a better turn. Could not have asked for a better turn at all. So, I'll take that. Alright, we can get in young Zapdos now. Click Thunderbolt. If he switches out, better for me, because then 2 Flamethrowers do knock out Gyarados if he tries to switch it in on me. Which might eventually be his thing. Because what I'm expecting him to do right here is if he doesn't stay in, he'll switch out into Venusaur, right? And if he does go Venusaur, not only do I get off the Thunderbolt damage, but I get to U-turn on out of there into my Arbok, which again, he can't put to sleep or anything, and I can just click Glare. Either paralyzing Venusaur or paralyzing potentially Raichu's a good play too. Either paralyzing the Venusaur or paralyzing the Gyarados. So Raichu's a good play, but Raichu, in a sense that it does resist the Thunderbolt, but it doesn't take my hit after. So I can U-turn. Like it'll take this one little hit. Oh, he's a modest Raichu as well. So it does not take the hit at all. So I'm pretty confident now. I'm pretty confident that Charizard just cleans up. I want to say it does. I feel like Air Slash, because it's stab, will be able to knock out Gyarados, guaranteed. So I'm going to go out Charizard here. We're going to get another game after this, by the way, because this is a relatively fast game. But yeah, Charizard should be able to knock... I hope it does, because I might lose to Venusaur. No, I can't, because I still have Arbok at the end of the day to Glare it, so that way Sandslash can come through. But yeah, Charizard should be able to knock out Gyarados with Air Slash. At the range it's at, after rocks. Yep, that's pretty much the range of Air Slash. I'd be really sad, because like Charizard Y can barely use any moves. So if Air Slash doesn't KO, if Air Slash misses, I'd be just sad here. But yeah, this should definitely be able to KO you. Yep. And the... Also, for Pokemon like Raichu, so I think if you're using a Pokemon like Raichu, use max speed, right? Use a timid nature, right? Starmie can get away with going with Bold because Starmie has one Thunder Wave, but mainly Starmie has Recover, right? And it can come in on a lot of the ground and rock types running around. But yeah, Zard Y was able to do it here. Had some nice support from Arbok early on, being able to Glare Gengar, that was really important. And Zard Y just able to pick up a KO. And it's going to be able to pick up this KO on the Venusaur as well. Hey, I was about to say, don't forfeit. I want to see me hit you with this Flamethrower. Yeah, so this thing is gone. Nice. All right, so beautiful. So Zard Y putting a little bit of work right there. We'll pause it, guys, until we find another battle. And we'll be right back. All right, guys. So we have a game, and this is gonna be a nasty one. Definitely a very threatening team on my opponent's part, for sure. Mega Beedrill is really good versus me. Loving the fact that they have like this is a solid team. This is a solid team. Does Arbok take a drill run? Because that's pretty important. I'm hasty nature, so I'm minus defense. So drill run might matter. I just want to make sure, because if I don't, then I probably don't. Oh, I actually do take it. No, that's with intimidate factor in. Get that out of here. Okay, drill run has a 68% chance to KO me, so that's pretty nasty. I still like Arbok initially as a lead, because if he leads off with Rhydon, I can just Giga Drain it. Or Mega Drain it, sorry. Forgot what generation we're playing. And if they lead off with Beedrill, I can just go directly out into my Zapdos and U-turn out into Arbok and do the same thing, or go Star me. As far as winning this game, I do think that late game Alolan Sandslash is fantastic. I have to be very careful not to lose to Krabby. It's like actually, I have to be even more careful because this is the evolution of Krabby, it's Kingler. So, Gengar is obviously an issue too, but I do have Sucker Punch and Ice Shard and stuff to check that. Let's see if Arbok can do what I need it to do, though. Now, Mega Drain doesn't knock out Rhydon if they do have to lead off with it, but at least a guarantee puts it in Flamethrower range. It does like 84 to 100%. I have a chance to knock it out, right? I have a chance to knock it out. So if they lead off with Chansey, well, speaking of Chansey, if they lead off with Chansey, I can just Poison Jab immediately for damage for Zard Y. And they do lead off with Rhydon. I would have loved if they let off with Chansey because the Poison Jab damage ensures that Mega Drain KOs it. Like, Mega Drain has a chance to KO. It's a very slim chance, but it is definitely worth it right now. It is worth it. To use, even if I have to sack Arbok, to use it to make sure that he doesn't get up rocks or that Zard Y does more damage, that's worth it. So like I said, that's about the range that I anticipated it to do. As he does go for Stealth Rock, that's fine. Rhydon can no longer switch in, so he has one more switch in to Zard, and that's Chansey. Unfortunately, Poison Jab is potentially a roll, even at that point. So I'm not going to bother going for it. I'm just going to go for another Mega Drain. And not going to bother predicting. Arbok already did his job. It hit the Rhino. But like I said, I would have loved if they let off with Chansey initially. And that would have just put me in a nice position with Arbok. Because I would have Poison Jabbed and then went right for the... What's that? Zapdos? Chansey, okay. Would have Poison Jab and then went right for the... From there, I would have Poison Jab and went right for the Mega Drain after. Like, when you hit them first, it's okay if it's a roll, but when it's secondary, it's not worth it. So, Chansey's really nice because I guess I learned it because he thinks I'm a special set. So, I'll get some beautiful damage off on Chansey now with Poison Jab. Fantastic for my Charizard. The two Charizard switches they have are now gone. Right? Everything else is 2-hit KO'd. Everything else is 2-hit KO'd. Light Screen doesn't really matter either. My opponent opted to do that to try and maybe teleport around after, I suppose. But that doesn't really matter. I can just go right for... Arbok is playing some work. I can go right for another Poison Jab. Either knocking out Chansey, or if they go Rhydon, I can deal with that. If they go Gengar after, I'd be okay too. Obviously, Beedrill is still a problem. But the fact that Arbok was able to essentially get rid of the two answers to Charizard so early is really nice. Goes out to Zapdos. I even get to hit that thing with a little bit of damage. That's awesome. So this damage is going to be really important for Charizard as well. I'm assuming... I don't want to go Dugtrio and have my opponent U-turn on me and then get in Kingler and try and set up. So I'm going to go for another Poison Jab. Yeah, I don't care that you go for Thunderbolt. Because if I get a Brox with Dugtrio, that might be worse for me. Because it'll open up a door for him. So I'll go for another Poison Jab. I'm not going for the 30% poison, but it is a 51% chance to get it. And we'll get in Dugtrio now. Because as long as Light Screen is up, Kingler would not go down to Thunderbolt. But if Light Screen is no longer up, then it can. So I'll get in Dugtrio now and what I'm anticipating to be another a Roost. I think Roost would be a fine play by Zapdos. Oh, it goes for another Thunderbolt. Great. So I can get up my Stealth Rock here. Fantastic. Zapdos now goes down, guaranteed to Charizard as well. Even if it Roost, it doesn't really matter. Rocks are very important for chipping away at Beedrill, as Beedrill the threat. Sandslash can win the game on its own. I don't really mind this too much either. Maybe I'll be able to Toxic on the Zapdos. That'd be pretty good. And after Rock, Zapdos dies to Ice Shard, so it's alright for me here, right? I just clicked Toxic now. He might go for a slow U-turn, which is fair. I don't have Rock Slide on this one. Oh, we missed. Unfortunate. So getting a Toxic off on Zapdos would have been really nice for the long game, but it's okay. Now, I'm assuming you're going to go Kingler here. I think that Kingler is the most sense. Maybe Beedrill as well. But yeah, it does go out to Kingler. Now, Kingler, if it's adamant, it doesn't actually knock out... It shouldn't be able to knock out my Starmie with X-Scissor ever, even after Rocks, because I'm bold. But it'll do a lot. But my Thunderbolt does KO guaranteed after Rocks, so this is pretty important. I can just sack Arbok here. Arbok already did his job. Y'all saw that Arbok was able to deal with 2, or if not 3, because I count the damage on Zapdos too. But Arbok was able to deal with 3 answers to Charizard. So Arbok did its job. He goes for agility, which is fair. I'm assuming he's an X-Scissor type of person. I'm assuming X-Scissor might come out now. I think that my best play is just to go for Giga Drain. I mean, oh no, not Giga Drain, because I can't knock it. Huh. What's the play right here? I forgot if Kingler... I'm like forgetting if Kingler gets Swords Dance in this game too. Because if it does, then Dragon Tail's my play. I don't think it does though. Yeah, they didn't give it to it, thankfully. Okay, cool. So I can go for Mega Drain here. He's gonna knock me out. Basically, if it got Swords Dance, I had to Dragon Tail, because if it went for SD there, plus 2 X's would guarantee knock out my Starmie. But I'm okay with this. Like I said, I'm in a good position. I have my Starmie ready. Even if he has X-Scissor, Starmie tanks the hit. Guaranteed. It can never KO me even after Rocks. And my Thunderbolt after Rocks is a guaranteed KO on Kingler. So I'm in a pretty good position. It's getting a little laggy. It's not me though. I'm wired connection. Why is my... Hey, Starmie, come out of the Pokeball. I choose you. I choose you. Right now. It can't be me. I got fiber internet. Let me open up the air. I don't know who I'm playing versus. I wish Starmie. I'm gonna open up my window. I don't think air has anything to do with it at all. Communication with the other trainer was interrupted. Come on, man. That's so whack. That was such a cool game, man. Arbok was helping me out. Arbok was luring. I'm so sad about that. That was whack. Arbok lured the opponent so well too early on. Y'all saw Arbok putting... Like, I want to say that this is a Zard Y video, but can I really take it from Arbok? Right? Can I really take it from Arbok when Arbok did what it had to do early on? Arbok lured the opponent, man. That put me in a bad mood. That actually put me in a bad mood. I'm not gonna lie. Why did disconnect there? Arbok did what it had to do so early for Zard Y to win. Sorry to cut myself off there. I thought I had a little bit more time, but apparently I got some things to do, so I don't have time to find another Wi-Fi battle. Really does suck that that one got disconnected. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I really do apologize. Hopefully you guys are excited about the next Wi-Fi battle. I will be using Zard Y again. I've decided I'll be making this an Arbok video, because Arbok really did learn in the first one. It got Gengar. It did some damage, it got some chip, and in the second one, it got Rhydon and Chansey, so Charizard Y was going to put in work. But I do hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time with a full video, I promise. Goodbye, my friends.